and you really can't predict the future. So really the only thing that you have control over in your life is now, is the present. And it involves all of your senses. And so it is really a joyous and sort of happy place to be. And I liken the here and now to, I was thinking about it the other day, and do you all remember like kind of playing with a kaleidoscope? You know what those are, like you twist them and the images change. So, there are so many things that are happening in our lives right now that are very much like the little glass and crystals at the end of the kaleidoscope. You can't really take them out of the kaleidoscope. You can't take those pieces out of your life. But what you can do is you can shift your scope. You can shift your focus of the things that are happening in your life, and you have the power to create your own joy and your own happiness.
I think she hit the nail on the head with it, because it's true. We have the power to change.
You deal with it extensively in the book.
I do.
Fear.
Yes. I think it's one of the ugliest four-letter words in our language. So fear is, it drives you to do the things that you wouldn't necessarily want to do, or don't do the things that you really want to do. So, how many of you have a fear, had a fear, think you'll have a fear, are just afraid?
Just wanting.
Fearful. Yeah. So, there are 5 truisms about fear. And once you know them and you embrace them, then you can move through them. And one of them is, we all have them. So that's the good news. Everybody's afraid of something. I'm afraid of you a little bit.
As you should be.
I think it's the socks. Really lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell you the other fear, the other truisms. I'm gonna let you read them in the book, because Michael actually gifted you all of the book. So I'm just gonna skip ahead to the answer. I like to call them best expectationers. So they are the people who, no matter what situation is in front of them, they can always find, they look for the best possibilities, the best outcome. There could be an email or a phone call or a text or a meeting like this where you don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be great.
Kerri's presentation was so inspirational.
People say you can't rewrite history, but the truth is you can rewrite history. You can rewrite your history.
The overall presentation today, I think, was very informative. Kerri had some wonderful things to say, and I'm really excited to read her book, actually.
Probably like me too, a lot of people are exhorting very driven, getting very good, get back up on the saddle again, right? So that's how I was with my divorce. I fell off the bull, no pun intended. I'm just going to get right back on again. I realized that I had to take a step back in my life, and I had to really look at every aspect of my life.
She's fabulous. I just adore her. I love her energy and her philosophy. I would love to hear more. I'm going to read her book and maybe contact her.
How do we present our mind? The mind is about your values, your beliefs, your wants and your needs. So does everybody understand the distinction between those? For me, my strongest value is my integrity. As I believe that I would love there to be a world where everybody says what they mean and mean what they say. Okay, here's my biggest pet peeve. People who say, I'll call you right back, call you in 5 minutes, and then they don't. And then 5 days go by, and they don't call you back. It makes me crazy. So that's a really important value of mine. That's a really important belief. We do this thing called free-form writing, where you just take a piece of paper and it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about your grammar, your punctuation. Just write everything down that you believe and you want. And it makes you so clear about who you are and who your authentic self is that you can't help but feel more confident in standing in what you are and what you know.
Well, I think Kerri's presentation was really enlightening. I love how she interacted with the women.
I chose Kerri to present to our group mainly because her message resonates with women. The other part of it is this has traditionally been a man's business, and I think that women need to get more of a sense of community within the real estate business, and I think this was one way to bring them together, and Kerri's message is one that would bring them together.
Well, because it's very directly related to a lot of the issues that we deal with our clients on a daily basis who are going through transitions, whether they're getting divorced, whether their spouse has passed away, whether they've inherited some funds, whatnot. So it's absolutely germane to what we deal with every day.
Oh, I'd have Kerri come back every week if I could. She has that kind of a message and that kind of an ability to reach people.